Alright, y'all, whether we like it or not, the summer growing season has just about come to an end. It really just depends on where you live in the country or internationally. So the only summer chores that you have left to do is to harvest, eat, which is the good part, and preserve. And we still have some tomatoes that we preserved last year by dehydrating them, still available for us to eat this year. All right. You could also make tomato paste if you're going to use tomatoes. You can make your tomatoes into tomato sauce. It's a good way to preserve your tomatoes so you can eat them into the fall and into the winter. All right. And if you dehydrate them, of course, they'll last even longer. That's the technique that our ancestors used. Sun dehydration is what they used. And stuff was able to last for years. Alright. Okay, so whether we like it or not, it's time for the fall growing season. And if you live in an urban environment, of course we're talking about organic urban gardening, you're going to have to deal with the fact that you don't have a whole lot of space. And some parts of the land you're going to have to tamper with. I know I talked about our ancestors and how they did not tamper with the land much. They tried to leave it alone as much as possible so it could last as long as possible. Unfortunately, if you're growing in containers, you don't have that option. Alright, to my right are my blackberry plants. I never disturbed their roots. I never moved them, dig them up, nothing. This is their permanent home. But if you're talking about fruiting plants like your cucumbers here, you know, they grow one season and that's it. They're not perennial. So, again, whether we like it or not, we're going to have to dig them up. So, I'm actually not going to dig them up. I'm going to cut it at the base so that the roots of the cucumber plant can serve as some organic material for the next plants that we put into this container. So, we'll go ahead and lock them off. Now, you see all of this plant material back here. Don't feel bad, because all of this plant material is going to feed the next generation of plants. Alright, so it's going to help the fertility of your soil. Don't throw your garden clippings away. Don't throw your grass clippings away. Don't throw your leaves away. Don't do none of that. Alright. You want to use, I'm going to pull this up because this is some corn that got in there. You're not trying to grow no corn. You want to use all of your organic material that's on your property to help with the fertility of your soil and help to feed your future fruits and vegetables. So you just come in and get to the base here. I don't know if you can see that way over there. And you just cut it off. That's it. Do I feel bad? Yeah, I feel bad. The end of the summer growing period is a downtime for a lot of people. Like they talk about Christmas being very depressing. The end of the summer growing season is depressing for some people. Alright? Especially new gardeners, because when you think in terms of gardening, you think in terms of gardening during summer. But gardening, as we mentioned in another video yesterday, is done 12 months out of the year. Alright? There's always something that you can be doing in your garden every single month, no matter where you live. So just lop that one off. And again, this plant is going to serve as plant food for other plants. It's going to help to fertilize our soil or keep it fertile. Let me move our harvest out the way. This is very heavy. Looks are deceiving, but this is very heavy. This is probably enough to fill up this 3-gallon bucket here. We got cucumbers, eggplants, and tomatoes. So that's our final harvest. Let me sit that over there. Alright, now behind me, I don't know if y'all can see from over there, but I'm gonna come over here anyway. Hopefully y'all can see. Our zucchini plants here, they didn't yield us any zucchini, and that's probably because they were shaded by all of these tall plants here. We got cucumbers, we got tomatoes over here, we got blackberries over here, so they were shaded out. So we're going to pull this whole plant up. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm just letting you know. We're dealing with the space we have. All right, and this is the best spot because it gets sun and shade, a good balance of sun and shade. What else? Our tomato plant back here. We're about tired of tomatoes, y'all. This is our black cherry tomato plant. So we just left it alone. We ain't been watering it or nothing. Haven't been trying to fertilize it, nothing. But I just wanted to share with y'all that, yeah, the summer season is over, and it's time for fall gardening. And if you're urban gardening and you're growing in containers, then you're going to have to reuse these containers if you want to continue growing into the fall and into the winter. Again, the plants that you're growing in the ground, you don't have to disturb them. So our raspberries, our blackberries, we're not disturbing them at all. Everything that's in these plants we're going to disturb. These string beans over here, that something has been devastating them. And that's because I haven't been feeding my birds like I was. Got lazy on that. And just a week of not feeding my birds, I come out and all of the leaves on my green bean plants are gone. All of them. You still got a few little green beans on it. But you can't get lazy when you're gardening. Mother Nature, if you will, is unforgiving. Doesn't care who you are, what your religion are, your color, your sex, your sexual orientation, none of that. Don't care. It treats us all the same. So, again, summer season is over. Work for your fall and your winter garden. This has been Dr. Peace.